And it looks like we are live. I'm just gonna share this on somewhere. How's everyone doing out there? Hope everyone's keeping up the morale and spirits on their end. Taking a bit of time to relax and recuperate. Hard to believe that this is day 9, going on to day 10 of our strike here at TVO. But that is what it is, and we're basically just going to continue the fight. And today, I'm really going to try to get this flagship done, because I'm realizing that, like, normally when I play this game, I go pretty fast, but with talking and stuff, it takes a bit longer to get things sort of going. There's also intro and setup and all this sort of stuff. I really do respect the work of professional streamers and just how much stuff that they have to put together in order to get this going, basically. I can't imagine what that's like to do. Not to mention sitting for hours and, you know, playing games sounds like fun, but I'm sure after a while it gets to be less and less fun. I also want to give a shout out. Yeah, so at the picket, I'm a strike captain, and one of the major responsibilities that we have is like organizing people. And I have a strike group that I've called Action Team Awesome that I'm in charge of. And most of that is just making sure people know kind of what's going on and figuring out when they're going to be at the picket. But a big part of organizing and doing all this stuff is making sure that people have supplies, right? And food is really a big deal. And I believe the News Guild, which is, you know, the largest union of journalists, media workers, and activists in North America, they've really kindly sponsored our food for this past, you know, couple days. And that just means so much to get that kind of support. You know, like, it's a wrap, but it comes from, this time, the Washington-Baltimore News Guild. And they don't know us at all. But, you know, they've got our back. And that kind of solidarity is just amazing. And a big shout out to them and to all the other News Guild and CWA union people for, you know, sending us food, and for all the nice people coming by with things like, you know, like fruits, things like that, snacks. There's like a never-ending stream of things. I think someone came by today with like just a whole bunch of different like gift cards that they had just sort of accumulated over time and said, here, you guys take them and use them. And that's just such a kind thing. So yeah, a lot of kindness has gone around from this thing. But we're now going to be a little more unkind to these rebels, and we're hopefully going to be able to take out them. So last time we checked, we had our crazy little ship with my 2 pike beams, which are a powerful combo, and my ion blast, which is a little tiny weapon that disrupts systems. We are now in a new map, new area. I believe we had the chance to do a little quest that could have gotten us the Crystal Cruiser, which is not going to happen this time. I'm going to go down to the store, go this way, up, down, all the way across here, and try to hit as many as I can before we get into the exit. And I believe we have a few more sectors before we hit the flagship. So hopefully we'll be able to build up some of our strength. Alright, the Engi can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The Engi Hive at this beacon are selling equipment for just that. So, ooh, that's nice. Looks like they have some augmentations, which is cool. They also have some weapons as well. Heavy ion, which is a bit better than what we currently have, but requires 2 power, so that's not really going to work for us. The automated reloader cools down weapon shots by 10%. Repair arm repairs your hull but reduces scrap. FTL jammer makes it harder for people to run away. We have a shield charge booster and a damage stasis pod, but a little bit of extra speed when it comes to reloading our weapons might be helpful, so I will accept that. And because it's just 10 scrap and we're gonna get more than that, let's get the fuel ourselves up. I also realize that I probably haven't actually heard if this live stream is actually broadcasting my audio, so I should probably check that first. I love hearing myself talk. Definitely do not cringe at that, always. Let's see, it says I'm live. Let's see if I can hear myself. Let's see, it says I'm live. Oh, okay, there you go. Sounds good. I'm using a different microphone today because I brought my podcasting gear down to the Picket, so people can record some audio. I invested a lot of money into podcasting stuff back when things were affordable, and finally getting a chance to actually use it and for something really helpful, which is sweet. Alrighty, a small platform orbits this near this beacon. It looks like a fueling station of some sort, and it is cheerily broadcasting reasonable prices in a spectrum of frequency and languages. Should we dock with the refueling platform, or should we just ignore? I think we should dock, even though we don't have any scrap. This could be a trap, but let's see what happens. It seems to be malfunctioning, and it seems like it could ignite at any moment. We are going to give it a wide berth, because I think we've seen that event before, and I really do not want to get exploded. See a number of Engi space stations and fleets nearby. Despite looking like piles of junk loosely tied together, they are actually a model of efficiency. Kinda sounds like the Borg. They just lack a certain aesthetic emphasis in their constructions. So this is seemingly like a large, fairly observational area. An abandoned space station circles a lonely planet. A quick check of yield schematics for a drone. You're bringing aboard the ship. So 27 scrap and a free drone. Alright, I'll take that. Another store. Engi ship hails. Engine upgrades necessary for travel home. Sale of equipment necessary for engine upgrades. Drone control is interesting. But yeah, you need drones. And drones are kind of like, it's like missiles, so it's like a limited supply kind of thing. Long range scanners, repair arm, FTL jammer, I don't need any of those. Aerial, Kirby, and Y Xing. I have better crew than that. What I think we'll do is we'll take the beam, sell that, that's 50, so we're back up to 50. I'll just buy, yeah, okay, I'll just buy up all the fuel. And we're just gonna keep going. Jeez, another store, okay. We're gonna try to wind our way. Hopefully we'll get into a fight or two. Normally I don't go out looking for fights, but right now it kind of feels like we need to get into them. Okay, an advanced rebel automated scout ship. Ship remains stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Okay, I want those goods. Let's attack the ship. So it looks like it's got 2 beams going. But I think we can still take this thing out, hopefully with minimal damage. Let's pause ion blast on its shields. Burst laser also on its shields. And the pike beam is just going to lie in wait. And we will be able to cross the entire ship. So let's see, 0 hits. We just gotta wait. Eventually that will hit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, here we go. So let's see if we can get all 5. Doesn't look like we can get all 5, but that's okay. We can get most of it. Okay, so let's do some damage there. That is nice. We did that damage before it was able to shield itself. Though we're still maybe gonna take some... It might be able to wing some shots at us. Everything's looking good to me right now. Maybe we'll change our burst laser to attack the weapons subsystem. Okay. This little ship has quite a lot of defenses. Okay, and we got this one in the bag, I think. I still always like targeting the weapon systems. But the idea is that by the time... Ooh, you salvage what came from the broken ship, 52 scrap, really good. Let's investigate the station. Is either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for quite some time. You find nothing useful. That's okay. So the idea is that once I'm able to get... I think if I turn that off, yeah. Once I'm able to get one more weapon control system, one more of that, then I'll be able to get 2 pike beams going at the same time, the laser burst, and the ion blast. So even if I'm up against a ship that has 4 shields, as long as I can get a couple hits in, and then get the pike beams going, then I can start, like, just cutting up ships, basically. But, I guess we have to be a little bit careful about keeping ahead of the rebel fleet. So, we'll keep an eye out for that. Okay, oh my gosh, we are at the Zoltan Research Facility somehow. So the crystal thing could happen. Okay, that's interesting. You arrive at a Zoltan Research Facility. They say they are researching genetic distortions due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask you if your crew has time to undergo a few scans. I really feel like I should look at the strategy guide for this before continuing, but let's just do it. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Interesting, I've never seen a cryogenic system like this. It appears to still be functioning. They hook it up to their systems and run a number of tests on it. Amazing, it has the ability to reconstruct the body if it was damaged during transit. Watch, they reactivate the pod and you watch as the hunks of crystal inside reform it to build a humanoid structure. The pod slides open and a reformed alien steps out. It speaks slowly. Greetings, I appear to be in your debt. My people isolated themselves a long time ago, but perhaps it's time to re-establish a connection. There's a hidden wormhole near the rock homeworlds. Perhaps you can take me there so I can properly repay you? Okay. We just got our first crystal crew member, which is super rare, and I've never actually had a crystal crew person before. The cool ability that these guys have, and you can see its bar going up there, is that they're able to like lock down areas of the ship, which I think is both good. It's good for you because you can prevent invaders from getting into your areas, but if you take these crystal people and you put them onto other ships, like you invade other ships, I think you can use it to damage and block systems. I'm pretty sure that's the case. The only problem I have now is that the way that I did the last jump, because I didn't think this was going to happen, is I realize now that I have probably prevented myself from getting to the rock homeworld. So this might not happen. It would be awesome to get this right now, because this is the very beginning of the file, and I can do some really interesting stuff with the Crystal Cruiser. Crystal Lockdown. Crystals possess a lockdown ability activated in the crew box, with the default keyboard shortcut set to P. Okay. When activated, the crystal appears from inside the room and creates a coating around the room, preventing anyone from entering or leaving. If timed correctly, a room can be coated with crystals while the crystal crew is leaving it, thus avoiding contact with the enemy crew or other hazards like fire and suffocating. The crystal coating wears off with time. The lockdown lasts 12 seconds. The ability requires 50 seconds to recharge. A door covered in crystals is hard but possible to break through. It requires at least 5 crew to start punching it almost immediately to be able to break it down. The door levels don't affect level strength. Lockdown resets health. Okay. The crystal race was created for a donor that contributed 2,000 USD to FTL's Kickstarter campaign. Wow, cool. Let's just put him in this random corner and give this a go and see what happens. Alright. Oh, nope. He's trying to attack the ship. Okay, no. Let's just wait. Okay. You get back into this. And that's your new position. If anything goes wrong, he and a few other people will go and deal with invaders and stuff. That'll be the deal. Alright, let's go to this distress. And I want to get really back to the main map and see where we're at. You follow the distress beacon to a tiny asteroid belt. You find a small ship struggling to maneuver through the field. I think we're going to get them our shields. Hail them to offer assistance. We're going to take some damage, but let's help them out. We didn't take any damage. Perfect. You try your best, but one stray rock hits a key structure in their ship. It breaks apart in front of your eyes. Oh, we tried. You salvage what you can before leaving, and try not to think about the lost crew. I'm going to be thinking about that lost crew. Okay, so we can just about afford that, but let's not do it yet. Let's see if we can get a little bit more scrap. Free scrap. Free real estate. This was the site of a recent battle. Either a show of mantis force or the angry here weren't disposed to go peacefully. You pick through the pieces. Okay, there we go. So we can go for like 2 upgrades now. Now we can have our 3rd pike beam. Oh wait, no, I need 1 more power, which I should be able to get in the next 2. Maybe if I go here, here, and down, or here, here. Let's go. Yeah, let's go down. Oh, jeez. Okay, you inform a nearby station of your flight from the rebels. They offer to outfit your ship with a weapon and wish you well. A little bit of kindness. Look at that. Say, hey, we need help. And they come and they give me a hull beam, which is pretty cool. The hull beam is most powerful when targeting large, empty sectors of hull. Required power is 2, charge times 14, damage to room is 1, 2 times damage on systemless rooms. So 2, 14, 1, 2, 16, okay. This could be worth it to have this. This attacks, like, yeah, this could attack systemless rooms and do a lot of damage. It's really only 2 damage per systemless room. Let's switch it out, and we'll see what happens with that. And I do have the other power bar, so I can poke that up. No, I can't. Okay, so we got the hull beam going, and the pike beam. The only trouble with having 2 different beams like this is that it's more to coordinate, just because this will charge at a slightly different time than that. But it might give me more time to kind of think. We will see how this goes in the next fight we get into, which is right now. The distress signal originates from a small Stengi ship under attack by a rebel fighter. But when the rebel sees the Federation markings, they turn to attack. They have a teleporter. Our crystal crew member is going to have a chance to go and fight. So we will see how that goes. Let us attack that. So they're sending over 2. Okay, let's get in there, and we're gonna send all the warriors in here to go fight. Alright. Okay. So they've got quite a lot going on. I'm gonna say, I think it's Sem. No, Sem is my weapons guy. I will send Sem over there to get the weapons going. We're looking safe. Ion Blast needs to get back up. I'm gonna take off these Frederick, who are you? You are my shield specialist, okay. But you need to get a little bit of health back, because these guys are winging shots my way. Okay. Alright, that's enough power, I think. So let's get the hull beam back up. What do I need to get? Hull beam, hull beam, hull beam, what's happening? Why am I missing power right now? Alright, let's do that. Okay, Ion Blast and everything's still going after the shields, so we got 2 here. Let's get after these weapon systems. Okay, they're gonna fire off 1 more missile, looks like they missed. That's perfect. We are gonna keep after these shields. Hull beam is ready to go. Let's see how long this beam is. Not quite as long, but still gonna do quite a bit of damage. Pike beam will turn off. Alright. This one's looking like it's in the bag. Let's go after these systems here instead. Keep its weapon systems offline. Yep. And we're good. Took a little bit of damage. Not too bad. I think I'll switch it to 2 hull beams. 2 pike beams instead of the hull beams. The rebels destroyed. You pick up the bones of their ship. And check my audio levels. Briefly. And wait for the small English ship to catch up. We'll get some stuff. The Engi vessel turns out to be very poorly equipped. Barely a runabout, really. Trying to outrun the rebels and need all the help they can get. We're going to give them some scrap. Here you go. And in turn, they give us a healing burst, which is a really weird, useless item, but we can sell it. A self-teleporting healing unit that instantly heals all friendly crew in the room, can target your own ship. It's an interesting item, not really hugely helpful one. And I realize the power... Oh, actually, that's really interesting. So, if I stick a Zoltan... So he's been in here. If GM Fox stays in here, that means the med bay will be powered up. So that's pretty cool. So I save 1 power with that. I'm still not fully powered up for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what the reason for that is. I was able to turn on all 3 things before. I could take away 1 from evasion, but I'd rather have more evasion right now. But it seems like I need, honestly, like 2 more reactor cores to really power up all 3 beams at once. So, but I think we can make do with 2 for now. I mean, 1 pike beam. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drives charge, you can jump to the next sector. Your ship is flooded with advertisement transmissions from nearby merchants. We can trade 1 fuel for 4 missiles. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Yeah, that up there was likely the Rock homeworld, which means, unfortunately, we missed it. I don't know if the Zoltan homeworld has... honestly, picking the Zoltan homeworld is probably more of hard mode than what I should be doing. But you have to go to the Rock homeworld in order to get to the Crystal area. So, unfortunate, but that's okay. I honestly don't even know what the difference is between the homeworlds and stuff. Like, I haven't looked that up. So, yeah, I don't think we'll be able to unlock the Crystal people, but oh well. But we're 1 sector away from the final fight, so we really have to start gathering up scrap this system. This is going to be the area with the hardest fights too, so it's going to be very challenging, I'm sure, going through this area. Weapons will be important to have hot, but yeah, I don't have that right now. So, okay, I'm going to go down this way, up, and just across. Okay, let's get into some fights, let's get some scrap. You were Zoltan Research Facility, another one, okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of cheating, because I feel like there's a chance you do the Zoltan Research Facility thing and then you end up sacrificing a crew member. So you can receive low scrap, or they beam aboard, and you have to fight a pirate ship. And you can receive some good scrap. Alright. Okay, so there's a chance it can invade my ship, but I have a pretty strong crew right now. So let's just take a risk, see what happens. Low scrap. That's okay. I can get one more reactor core. And let's get the pike beam ready to go. Alright, let's keep moving. Okay, we got intruders on board. We've got, looks like a mantis ship, so this is going to be challenging. And they've got teleport system, and they've got 4 shields, which is a lot. Let us do our best and try to take down their shields. And we will be cognizant of the mantis people who are going to be trying to mess me up. So let's get... Dude, Sem, how you doing? Sem is not too bad as a fighter. Not the strongest. This is looking like a lot of Mantis crew that are going to be in here fighting us. Maybe what I can do is I can actually send these guys in here. But if I lock it down with the crystal guy, then no one's going to be able to get in or get out. I think I'm going to have to move some more people. GM Fox is going to have to move there. Doors will have to stay there. That's a lot of Mantis. That's a lot of Mantis people right now. The only other option I have is basically to send engines out, which could be the best idea, and flood. This way, I could flood this whole area. Use this as like the spot. GM Fox gets back there. GM Fox, don't get yourself killed, please. What are you doing? Go back. GM Fox, go back. Okay. Ruin, you're gonna lock down this ship area. Our weapons are damaged right now. So right now, those guys basically have to get in here in order to fight us. Not too far from being able to get rid of their shields, which is great. The challenge that we're gonna have now is that we've taken a lot of damage already. Ooh, thank you. This is looking like a big fight. I'm not sure how we doing. Bomb feet, Sem, Ruin, you gotta run. Engines as well. Gotta get out of here. We might just have to cut our losses in this fight, honestly. Get the heck out of here. Okay, yeah, this is not going well. Let's move. Oh my god, okay, we got another fight on our hands too. So this is going perfectly. The challenge here is that the people we were fighting before are still in the ship. So those mantises, I believe, are still in here. So, I mean, I could send someone to go check. Frederick should stay there because he's in charge of shields. But let's send someone out. Oh yeah, they're still in there destroying our weapon systems. Oh boy, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to go on a bit of offensive here, I think. So we're going to close all of our doors. Frederick, Sam, we're gonna rush over here. Let's send Ruin. Let's go check to see how these mantises are doing. They are fighting. Ruin is gonna die. Send him back. You get over here. We can't honestly do too much until we get a lot of this stuff fixed. So, oh boy. Let's get everyone back. Try to heal up the people who've taken the most damage. Gotta send him out of here. Zoltan buddy, you also gotta go. You take back over. Honestly, I haven't been even like paying attention to the fight itself here. So I think we're okay though. I think everyone's kind of made it. We are going to send people to heal. No one's died so far, which is like a miracle. Honestly, I don't think this ship over here has like enough weapon subsystems here to actually do much damage to us, so we got lucky that way. Okay, let's start attacking. Okay, we got a pike beam back. Okay, let's take out engine subsystem. And let's send Friedrich back there. Lauren will go to engine car. Engines will stay there. I think it's important for us to keep our engines going. Okay. Burst laser. Let's get going. Okay, now we just have to wait for the ship to have its engines go down. And let's do our 2 pike beam strategy. Let's see how this looks. Slice and dice. Okay, we got some kind of achievement there, which is interesting. Well, this has been a huge nightmare. Okay. So I think we've got this one in the bag, and then we'll just take stock about what the heck just happened. Okay, 1 fuel, 60 scrap. Let's have everyone go back to their stations. Anybody who's damaged will go to the med bay. So I may have mentioned before that playing as the Mantis is really an interesting experience, and that's kind of why. You can send aboard a couple Mantis crew people and, you know, cause havoc basically on an enemy ship. And that's really an interesting strategy in the game. But terrifying for me, because that was not fun. But we're about to hit a store, so we could potentially heal ourselves. We could also go and get 1 more reactor core, which I think I will do. So we're back up to 45% dodge. We still have 30 scrap. A Mantis crew. Not my favorite alien species right now. Has hunkered down in the abdomen of a long-dead space whale. The only way presumably for them to operate their black market trade without detection. Worth a look? Yeah, let's take a look. Hull laser, small bomb, heavy ion, and drones. Not that helpful. There actually is 1 bomb that I would get if I had the option to. It's called a breach bomb, and you use it basically to help disable the flagship. Don't have that available to us right now, but let's sell this and that. We'll fix our ship, buy the fuel, and I think that's about it. Let us keep going. And in this case here, I know that the last fight was hard, but it is important to try to continue getting as much scrap as you can, especially in this last area. So the trick with these Zoltan ships is that the green shield around it has to be destroyed first before you can actually hit their ship shields. And in this case, the lasers can actually hit the shields, the green shield. So that's very helpful. Okay, let's get burst laser shot. Okay, here we go. I want to get its weapon subsystems, and we can hit so many different systems right now. I'm gonna do the exact same shot. So unfortunately I got that one missile shot off. Sam took a bit of damage, but let's get GM Fox in there to help fix the subsystem. Okay, we're not ready to fire yet with the pike beam. Okay, we take one more hit, but this one's in the bag. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. That's the way the fight should go. Sometimes the game throws you a curveball, and then sometimes for some reason my shield subsystem is missing 2 bars, which is wild and bad. I think what might have actually saved me 1 power before was that dude wasn't in the med bay, but he was in the shields area, so he may have been providing extra power. So I'm gonna leave him in shields. And yeah, we're just gonna go like whoop 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 all the way across and see how many places we can get to before we have to leave this and really try to amass some scrap. An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards this beacon here. They hail, "This is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message." Okay, let's hear them out. Dude, we take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond your simple mind or it's all nonsense. Okay, I feel like they're going to attack us. Continue on. Oh, added a quest marker. Please spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren. They transmit coordinates to their so-called brethren. Added a quest marker. Quest is kind of on the way, but not really. We'll go here. We may or may not hit up that quest. Okay, we got a big Zoltan ship that we gotta fight, looks like. Same strat as before. We hit up the ship with the lasers. Doesn't matter where we hit them. Honestly, it looks like they don't have too much to go after us with, which is ideal. We will wait on our pike beam. Okay, here we go. Let's slice and or dice. Okay, so that's 1 pike beam. I'm gonna start on the weapon subsystems on this one. Okay. That was a hell of a lot of damage. Let us go for weapons here and keep on the shields. And that's it. That's the way these fights are supposed to go. Ship explodes, leaving a substantial blah 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 blah. Let's check out this store, and then we'll keep on going. The Zoltan are fascinated by other species, and they set up something of an alien knickknack shop here. Why not take a look? Alien knickknacks sound cool. So, some augmentations, but we don't need these. Some extra crewmates, but I'm pretty sure we're full up at 8. Could fix our ship, but I'm pretty sure we get some stuff in the next system. We get some things. It's 180 for 4 shields, or it's right now 140 for 2 more engines, and the engines might be more helpful in the upcoming fight. Let's go to the distress, the home beacon, the quest, and then come back. You encountered a refugee ship drifting in space. It looks like it was fleeing the rebel advance and ran out of fuel. Its distress beacon is active. Let us hail them. As you hail the refugee ship, a Zoltan ship suddenly jumps into the system. It claims your refugees are criminals and accuses you of escorting fugitives. Before we can respond, it cuts communications and powers up weapons. Okay, that didn't go very well. Same as before. We attack with the pike beams to get rid of the green shield. Right now we're just kind of winging shots at them. It's got a scary missile shooting around us. GM Fox, let's go figure that out. Pipe beam is not ready in time. Oh, and yeah, that's how our shield went out last time. Which is one of those deadly things, because if you're not watching, your shield subsystems can go totally down without your knowledge, and that's messed up. Alright. Winging shots, they do not have shields, they got nothing going on, and that's it. Let's contact that refugee ship, see if they need any help. The refugee ship thanks you for your assistance. As a gesture of goodwill and seeing how effectively you dispatch the enemy, they offer you supplies they can spare. Okay, we are now at 225 scrap, which is pretty good. We can go to the exit, then to the quest. I'm going to actually upgrade. I'm going to give myself more. Let's see how much this costs. Yeah, I think that's the play here. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take GM Fox out of here, and I'm going to move him to a different system, because if he moves and my shields go down, then that will really kind of mess things up in the big fight coming up, and I can't have that happen. I'm even thinking about Bonfi, but he's like gold right now. Okay, exit quest, then back to the exit, then onto the next system, the final system. Long range beacons, almost hidden within a nebula, blah blah blah. Nothing here, okay. Quest, back, we should be good. Maybe the quest will unlock something, I don't know. You arrive at the location specified by the peace-loving Zoltan, but only thing is a nearby ship closing in fast. We found you, you're not getting away this time. We can hail them? Let's hail, see what happens. They open communications. Can't imagine that there's anything you could say that will save you. The rebellion must destroy those that are still loyal and to the obsolete Federation. Okay. Perhaps there could be reconciliation of our deals without war? Surrender. Your ultimate destruction is inevitable. We've left scores of rebels destroyed in our wake. Very true. Your rebellion is causing millions of deaths. Your beliefs are dividing the galaxy. Unity is the only option. Let's go for option 1. That seems like the most civil. Our deals are too different to be so easily reconciled. Do you think you could end this war anyway but war? The galaxy is huge. You can find a place for your ideals elsewhere without causing destruction. Possibly. True progress can be achieved without bloodshed. I think that's true. We gotta heal this division. Suddenly, all indications of the rebel ship fade away, and a Zoltan fleet appears around your ship. The captain of the ship you met previously materializes on your bridge. Ooh. Continue. Oh my god. Hey! Zoltan cruiser unlocked. So that's how we do that. Although your methods are crude and most certainly ineffective, it's clear you took our previous meeting to heart. If your ship represents the Federation's willingness to adapt, we shall do what we can to aid in their fight. This technology will aid you in your quest. The Zoltan cruiser has been unlocked and added to your hangar, and we get the Zoltan shield augment, which is amazing. It means we get 5 free hits in whatever fight we get into, which is cool. Alright, let's get to the next sector, which is the last stand, and we're gonna go fight that gosh dang flagship. Okay, explained everything to them. They've healed up our ship. We're gonna go with 1 extra power bar. I don't think we need it, but you never know when we might have to divert. And we are gonna start just making our way across, because last time we did this, we noticed that, or I noticed that the enemy started to, yeah, like the enemy started to, there was a countdown, basically, and I didn't like that countdown. Alright, so let's start winging some shots at these guys. Eventually we will get that shield down. Oh, that took out 3. Okay, we're back to having our regular shield. They're down to 3 shield. This could be rather challenging. Oh, no, got 3. I'm hoping this won't be a preview for our upcoming fight against the flagship. It might be. Okay, we took a hit there. I am not liking our fight with these guys right now. I'm gonna move to the repair station. 3 hull points repair, a bunch of scrap. That's free. I honestly don't want to get stuck in these kind of like menial little fights. Let's go for a door upgrade. So now we have super doors. And let's just keep on moving towards that base, and then we'll sit there and wait, and then go after the flagship. There's no time, let's get ready for a jump. So you try to block out basically what's going on. Okay, you arrive at the Federation base to find the bulk of the fleet skirmishing with rebel forces. You hang back near the far side of the moon to avoid the conflict. There's not much you can do to help in the battle, and your mission holds the key to turn the tide of the war. You prepare to face the flagship. Alright, let's do it. Let's face the enemy. We meet again. Okay, this is it, the rebel flagship. We know the deal. They are going to start winging shots at us really soon, and we're going to do our best to get through that damn shield of theirs. All we need is a couple good shots, and I think we can like start doing some damage. And luckily with our 51%. Okay, so that is like the perfect scenario there. 50% of their shots are gonna miss us basically. Okay, so that was unfortunate. There's a high chance that that will miss, but it doesn't. We can get rid of the fire, no problem. Sam, let's get you in here to fix piloting. I find it's really easy to get distracted when you start dealing with multiple kind of like fires at the same time. But we just have to keep an eye out for their shields to go down. And we start doing some damage. Okay, life supports and doors aren't doing so great. Okay, here we go, finally. Okay, let's get our pike beam there. Other pike beam going, let's say, diagonally this way. Maybe we should do it this way too with the other pike beam. Try to get 4. Alright, let's do it. Okay. Making progress. Doing some damage. Gotta get our shields back. Okay, their shields are down again. Okay, we just have to wait for one more hit. It's really annoying when they do their terrible cloaking, because that just allows them to recharge their whole thing. 2, 3. Okay, we almost there. Okay. Nope, pipe beams were deactivated. Crap. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need Lauren to go over there. This is gonna be hard fought. And the sad thing about this is that this is only phase 1 of like a 4-phase boss fight. Finally got the shields down. Yeah, this might not be happening tonight either. I blame the captain for this one. Oh my god. Okay. So let's go back here. Let's wing. Slice and dice a bit more. Sometimes bio beams are really helpful because they can be used to like oh shit. Come on, Lauren, you got it. Don't die. Okay, let's you can handle that. Okay, we are just gonna leave people here. Oh my god. Okay, let's get you guys. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. We are taking a hell of a lot of damage. Let's move some people. Okay, I think everyone's back up. Let's get everyone back to their stations. 1, 2, 3. Not hitting still. Yeah. Looks like we can take about 2 more hits. Okay, shields are down. Thank heavens. Okay, so we got through this fight somehow. Oh, just as you finally get the upper hand, it finds a way to make an FTL jump. You gotta keep up in the assault. Yeah, that's gonna be challenging. We have 2 health. We could try to find a repair to go to, but that's gonna be a whole thing to do. Let's see what we can kind of do with this. I'm not sure if there's a way to salvage this run. But let's see. Never give up. Never surrender. Alright. And let's see what this halberd beam does too, because that's a new weapon. A slow but reliably powerful standard beam weapon. Takes 17 seconds, 2 damage, 3 power. Not really that worth it. I do have a little crystal guy, which is interesting. The base won't be of much help. This might not happen tonight, but let's see what happens in this next one. They're down to kind of 2/3 of their ship. Yeah, and this one, in this phase, they basically send off a bunch of drones your way, which does make it even harder to get their shields down, which is the challenge, because their defense drone will just shoot down your burst lasers. And it looks like they also send over assault drones. The problem I have too is that their little, yeah, this thing that they do basically sends like a ton of drones your way. So, okay, so that guy's destroyed, but we're gonna abandon that section of the ship right now. Oh, this is not okay. That's it. Well, there you go. One last explosion marks your fate, and your ship is torn apart. Damn. New high score, which is pretty good. Ship vests. And I think we unlocked a few different achievements, which is cool. One called Slice and Dice. Hit every room with a ship with at least one beam in under 5 seconds, which is pretty cool. Man, too bad though. That was a close one. As I said before, I normally play easy mode. And easy mode is simple to get through. This not so much. We'll be back though. This fight never ends. So you can see the Engi ship that you can start off with, but this is also the Educator, which is the Zoltan ship. So it starts off with that halberd beam, which is a really small beam weapon, and a missile. Launcher is outdated and weak, but can still be effective. I think the way it works is basically you use it to take down the shields, and when the shields are gone, you use it to take down the most of the ship. It's a good ship to go with. It's a fun one. But the Federation Cruiser, I think, is kind of my favorite, and we haven't unlocked that one yet, but we will get there. Okay, well, I'm gonna end it there. It was a good run, and we're gonna keep going. Fight doesn't stop here. We're gonna be picketing again outside of, well, right near to 2180 Young Street. If you want to come down, say hello, go for it. If you want to come down and give me some tips on how to play FTL, you can go for that too. Yeah, cool. Alright, have a good night. Keep up the fight. Never stop striking. Until we get a deal. Then we can get back to work.